podcast for movie nerds. And yeah, as you can see, we've got a new setup. Or at least, when it comes to graphics and whatnot. Yeah, all of this is new. So, hey guys, it is June 20th. Yesterday was Juneteenth, otherwise known as, if you guys don't know, which sadly I didn't know until maybe somewhere around the week of, but Juneteenth is the day of the year when black people were finally free from slavery. Like, the last state to free the slaves was Texas, and so that means like I said, black people are free. So yeah, and I really wish I would have known about Juneteenth sooner, because our schools never taught us this. They never once did, and that just, man, our educational system is just the worst. Anyway, guys, yeah, so again, happy belated Juneteenth to any of my black viewers out there, and to all black people of the world. So yeah. Anyway, guys, we got a lot of topics to cover today. Apparently an Animorphs movie is in development. Some new arrivals to Disney Plus. The Oscars implementing some diversity requirements. We're going to be getting into that here in a bit, but before we do, I just want you guys to make sure that you smash that like button. Smash that shit harder than you ever smashed anything before. You take that finger of yours, put it on your mouse, and just smash that like button. It's good for the algorithm. What the fuck you doing, people? Also, if you haven't already, just smash that subscribe button. I want you to smash that shit till Kingdom Come. Because, you want to be part of the crew. You gotta be part of the Christian Reviews crew. Also, if you are subscribed, why not just smash that bell button? Because that bell button, when you smash the bell button, you get notifications whenever I go live or whenever I do videos and whatnot. So yeah, do all those things, subscribe, and hit the bell. It's good for the algorithm. It tells YouTube, hey, maybe we want to see this person grow as a channel. Yay! So yeah, guys, if you can do that, that would be very much appreciated. Plus, because like I said, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we can start taking super chats, in which you guys can already start, ringing up the super chats by getting the Google Rewards app for your phone. This is not sponsored. I swear to God, it's not sponsored. But you can download this app on your phone called Google Rewards, where it lets you take surveys and whatnot, and it gives you Google Play reward revenue. And you can use that for super chats, but we can't do But while you gather, those Google Play points up, we can't really do super chats until we've hit 1,000 subscribers, because YouTube says I can't monetize my videos until I get to 1,000 subscribers at a certain watch time count. So please, guys, if you can subscribe, tell others to subscribe. I don't know. We just need more subscribers. We want to get to 1,000. We're already more than halfway there. So let's get to it. Also, guys, anybody who's watching, we also have a Stream Elements thing, streamelements.com/ChristiansReviews/tip, where it's sort of like a super chat, but instead of, being able to use Google Play reward revenue, we have, you can, instead of Google Play revenue, you can spend actual money to tip me, through streamelements.com/ChristiansReviews/tip, and I'd really consider that, because times are tough, my friends. Times are tough. Also, if you're also interested, we also have a Patreon. Go to patreon.com/ChristianTylerHannah, where you can select 2 membership levels. Level 1 is $2, where you can have your name in my videos. And number 2, which is, oh god. I'm wording my things wrong. The second tier is $5 a month, where you can get the Hannahcast audio-only version, the Hannahcast After Show, and any other really cool perks that we have in mind. For one, we might actually consider doing some, movie commentaries and whatnot. Just some really fun stuff and whatnot. Hell, we could probably talk about politics and whatnot. Who knows? Also, guys, if you're interested, good news, guys! We have merch now! Go to teespring.com/stores/ChristiansReviews to get your nasty little hands on all sorts of items, including my face on a t-shirt, my face on a hoodie, my face on a pillow, my face on a tote bag, my face on a mug, my face on a wall tapestry, my face on a blanket, my face on phone cases, my face on stickers, and many more! Or how about the Hannahcast logo on those items as stated above? Wow! And best of all, they come in so many different colors, including this! What is this color? What is it? I want to know. But wait, there's more! Act now, you can also get my exclusive Make America Cringe Again merch. Surely not a parody of the political climate we have today. Again, that's teespring.com/stores/ChristiansReviews. Order now! And also, right before we get into the topics, I have a Letterboxd account, which is letterboxd.com/ChristianHannah, where you get movie ratings and top 10 lists, and basically you can just watch me keep track of the movies I watch and whatnot. It's pretty cool. I might even bring some of those top 10 lists into video form. So, yeah. And keep in mind, guys, I'm always updating my top 10 lists. I'm always updating them. So, one day you might read one of my top 10 lists and it might be the same. The next day, it just might change. Because my opinions change quite often. So, yeah, guys. If you can check out letterboxd.com/ChristianHannah, that would also be great. Follow me on there. It's cool. It really is. And also, guys, after we go through the topics, we will get to your live questions after a break. Without any further ado, let's get into the first topic, which is apparently an Animorphs movie is in development. Let me look this up, because this is just strange. Oh, I can't. Yeah, let's go to the Hollywood Reporter, where the Hollywood Reporter says Animorphs, the massively popular kids book series from the 1990s, is finally headed to the big screen. Scholastic is partnering with Eric Feig, and his Picture Heart banner for the first feature film based on the sci-fi series by K.A. Applegate. The main plot of Animorphs follows 5 teens, Jake, Marco, Cassie, Rachel, and Tobias, who have the ability to morph into any animal they touch. They use their powers to fight a secret alien invasion of Earth. There are more than 35 million copies of the Animorphs books in print, with the original run occurring from 1996 to 2001. While this project will be the first feature film based on the series of 54 books, a Canadian-based television series ran for 2 seasons in the late 1990s. Yeah. Actually, let me look up who exactly Eric Feig is, because we need to know what kind of track record he has. Let's see. Hold on. Let me look through his Rotten Tomatoes. Oops. Alright, let's look at Eric Feig's Rotten Tomatoes and see if see if we should have any hope for this Animorphs movie. Let's see. Now, I'm going to be looking through the movies where he's actually, yeah, he's only been a producer on movies and whatnot. So that's like, I don't know. Producers don't really get me all that excited. It's really more of the writers and directors, because producers could mean anything. It could mean either actively being on set every day, or maybe make a couple calls and you get a producer's credit, like Steven Spielberg and Christopher Nolan. Or at the very least, when they're not directing those movies. Because I'm pretty sure, when Christopher Nolan's a producer on Dunkirk, I'm pretty sure he's actually doing all that shit. But if he's, producing Man of Steel, even though Zack Snyder directed it, I mean, chances are, he's not really on there, on set. Especially when he already has movies he's got to direct. So far he's only... so far, Eric Feig, the guy producing these, Animorphs movie... this Animorphs movie, even as a producer, he does not have a good track record. Let's see, yeah, he direct. No, he produced. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, which were given bad reviews. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which, okay, it's got positive reviews, but just barely. Step Up got bad reviews. I Will Always Know What You Did Last Summer, which has apparently gotten a whopping 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. He's produced Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. I don't even know what that is. Step Up 2, The Streets, which has gotten a 27%. Step Up 3, 47%. Let's see. Yeah, Step Up Revolution was a 42%. And the strongest reviews he's gotten out of any movie he's produced is Stronger, which starred Jake Gyllenhaal and Rachel McAdams, I think? But again, yeah, it's like he hasn't. So yeah, the fact that he's a producer doesn't really get me all excited, and he's already not gotten a good track record. So yeah. Now, granted, I don't know a thing about Animorphs. Like, okay, I know my generation. Well, actually, it was a little bit before my generation, but I will say I never read fiction books when I was a kid. I always read the nonfiction books. So I never read Animorphs. All I know is that the covers were freaky. I didn't even know it was about kids who physically, I mean, who had like the ability to to change into animals. I thought it was like, you know, maybe judging from how do I explain it? It's how I explain it? It's like I didn't know they were like Beast Boy from Teen Titans, where they could transform into any animal. Now I know some people are probably gonna say, "What about?" I don't know if I should like. I can already see, you know, Toro saying, "I don't like judging people off their past work from the past, just how I think." Uh, 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 I know it's not time for me to read live questions. I just happened to see that. Well, the reason why I am, it's that, like, okay, if we're talking about like moral stuff, like for example, like if somebody said, like if James Gunn said some nasty things on Twitter like 10 years ago, but he's clearly changed, yeah, I'm not gonna judge him based on that. But when it comes to filmmaking and when it comes to filmmaking, I want to see the track record, because you know, yeah, I want to try, like, I want to see the track record. Like, what's your history? How well have you been able to keep a good track record? And so far, Eric Feig has just not really done that. Because, like, how do I explain it? It's like, you know, when you look through the history of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, let's say that, he's made some good movies, like Signs. Unbreakable was fantastic. No, not Signs. Not Signs. I've not seen Signs. The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable. I thought. I really liked Split and I liked Glass. But keep in mind, he's also directed movies like The Happening, Lady in the Water, The Last Airbender, After Earth. So, I mean, or, you know, what, or, hell, also look at, and I feel like looking at track records is very important because, you know, I mean, like, it's why I have so much confidence in the movie Tenet, directed by Christopher Nolan. Why I have so much confidence in Christopher Nolan directing Tenet, because his track record is damn near perfect. Like, yeah, I didn't really care for his first movie, which was Following, but to be fair, that was his very first film, and it was very amateur and very cheap, and barely anybody's first movies are that good. So I'll give him a pass on that. But I have so much faith in Christopher Nolan because so many of his movies are fantastic. Like, you know, what's it called? Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk. He has earned that benefit of the doubt, and which is why I'm also giving, like, even though I still don't see why a nightmare comedy needs to be 4 hours long, it's why I have a lot of faith in Ari Aster doing that movie that's supposed to be 4 hours long, because his past the two movies he's done are 100%, uh, like, in my opinion, just masterpieces of horror, with Hereditary and Midsommar. But then let's look at the other end of that. Like what's a really garbage director? Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer. These were the guys who directed movies like Epic Movie, Disaster Movie, Meet the Spartans. These are like the worst directors I've ever seen in my life. Their movies are just horrible. And so if they were to somehow announce that these two clowns were going to be making another movie again, I would not get excited because their track record is awful. It's like, why would I expect anything better from you? Why would I expect anything good to come out of that? So that's why I look at track records. I look at track records because their depending on like how good or bad their movies are will give me confidence as a viewer to go, okay, I think this is going to end up really well. And we're going to get right into track records here in a bit with the whole Pinocchio thing, and I'll explain that a little bit more. But yeah, well, granted, it does sound like a wacky idea to do an Animorphs movie. God damn, these covers are so weird. Oh god, the cockroach one is just disgusting. But seeing as how, I will say, however, I'll get excited. What I'm really wanting to see is who's directing it and who's writing it. Who's directing this Animorphs movie and who's writing it? Because the fact that Eric Feig is a producer and nothing really else for the movie, it doesn't give me confidence one way or the other, and the track record doesn't really help. But at the same time, again, it's just like I have to see who's writing and directing it, because those are the people that are really behind the movie. So, yeah, guys, what do you think of an Animorphs movie coming? What do you think of Animorphs in general? Are these images just as horrifying as they were when you saw them when you were a kid? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know. Let me know in the chat, and let me know that cool stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, our next topic is going to be regarding Disney Plus, because we have a couple of new arrivals on Disney Plus. One of them is Fantastic Four from 2005, and The Jungle Book from 2016. Not 2000. Fantastic Four from 2015, not 2005. There was a Fantastic Four movie in 2005, but it's not this one. This is the one that came out in 2015. And I was actually kind of surprised, because I knew this Fantastic Four was going to be on Disney Plus eventually, but I didn't know it was going to be on Disney Plus this quickly, because when you actually look at Disney Plus in other countries, you'll see that they have the Fantastic Four movies and they have the X-Men movies. I mean, Logan and the Deadpool movies not being on there because they're rated R, of course. But but for the most part, the X-Men movies and the Fantastic Four movies are on Disney Plus, which is really exciting, because, like I said, 20th Century, they were done by 20th Century Fox, but now since Disney owns Fox, they can do this stuff now. We have to wait for the content licenses for the X-Men movies to expire. I don't know when they're going to be on Disney Plus, but they will eventually. And funny enough, I actually recently rewatched this Fantastic Four last night on Disney Plus, because I haven't seen it since 2016. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's that bad. I know it's gotten a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. I know it has the same score, the same Rotten Tomatoes rating as something like Catwoman, but I honestly didn't think it was that bad. It's not great. I still have issues with it. For example, I thought, I thought I had some issues, but I thought it was overall a decent film. But now let me get into my criticisms of the movie. I will say, I thought the characterization of Dr. Doom was kind of weak. I feel like if they gave him more of a personal motivation to be evil instead of a world domination kind of thing, I feel like it would have been a little bit stronger. Also, sometimes they would reference like Fantastic Four and whatnot, like their catchphrases or whatnot, and it's kind of cringy. Like, hey, it's like Ben Grimm's brother is like, it's clobbering time, and just starts beating his little brother up, or what was another one? Or yeah, so like what's his? Oh yeah, like Sue Storm says, Doctor Doom over here. I'm like, oh god, like and I will say, the final exchange of dialogue in this movie could not have been any worse. Where they're trying to think of a name for the little team, and like fucking Ben Grimm says, yeah, like because they have this new layer. It's like, it's fantastic. And then what's his name? Reed Richards looks at him and goes, huh? Say that again. It's fantastic. Hey guys, I know what we shall call ourselves. Ready? And then it cuts to credits. I'm like, you could not have ended this movie any worse. Like I will say, as a defender of this movie, that was disgustingly awful. But I thought this movie had a lot of upsides to it. I thought it wasn't that bad. Like, I thought the effects were pretty good, especially when you see Reed Richards stretching, like the muscles and all that. It's like, it's really well done, in my opinion. I thought the Thing looked pretty good. I don't think he looked all that bad. I think maybe, like, probably people, what might be the main issue that people might have with this movie is that there's not a whole lot of personality here. Like, you do get a little bit of personality with, what's his name, with Johnny Storm, but everybody else does feel a little bit like the same character. Like, they don't really have much of a personality. I think that might be people's main issues with it. I don't know. But again, like, from my perspective, in my opinion, I didn't think Fantastic Four was that bad. I thought it was certainly the best out of any of the Fantastic Four movies. I thought it was better than, Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. I thought it was better than the 2005 Fantastic Four. I certainly as hell thought it was better than that garbage 90s Fantastic Four movie, which was so bad that it wasn't even released in theaters. Think about that. It was so bad, they purposefully kept it from theaters. And then, like, 20 years, like, definitely more than 20 years later, it got leaked online. Actually, it probably might have actually been 20 years. Holy shit. So, yeah, it was really, really bad. So, yeah. Again, I don't think Fantastic Four was that bad. And again, that's just my opinion. And The Jungle Book, man, The Jungle Book is one of my favorite Disney movies. God, and this was a shocking surprise. Because Disney Plus said that The Jungle Book was going to be on Disney Plus May of next year. May of next year. And now suddenly it's on Disney Plus now. Again, I'm shocked. I'm gladly shocked because I love The Jungle Book. But, yeah, it's like, it's on Disney Plus now. And so, yeah, if you guys have Disney Plus and you haven't seen Jon Favreau's remake of The Jungle Book, please do. And look, I hate, the Jungle Book. I hate the original Jungle Book. I mean, I don't hate it. Like, I don't really care for the original Jungle Book that Disney did. But I thought the new one was significantly better. And just from a visual effects perspective, The Jungle Book is one of the most groundbreaking achievements ever done on cinema. Because whenever you get a chance to watch this movie, keep in mind that entire world is CGI. Not just the animals, I mean the entire jungle and all the environments and whatnot. This movie was shot on a blue screen in California. All the environments are digital. And so, like, which is weird because it looks real. It really does. Also, in fact, whenever you guys get the chance, look up, the Jungle Book VFX breakdown on, like, the MPC YouTube channel. MPC. I would really check it out because what they did with the Jungle Book with its effects is incredible. Especially with Yeah, because like and funny enough, it actually won the best visual effects Oscar that year. And this is probably what made Disney want to make a Lion King remake using this sort of similar technology. And then the Lion King even furthered the advancements that the Jungle Book already did. Like, this movie is just so good. The new Jungle Book is so good. Again, if you guys haven't watched it, please watch it. It's so freaking good. I love this movie so much. So, yeah, guys, whenever you get the chance, check out Fantastic Four and definitely check out The Jungle Book, only on Disney+. I'm not sponsored by this. I just think it's cool. So anyway, guys, our next topic is going to be revolving around, this new movie. It's gonna be revolving around Ewan McGregor voicing Jiminy Cricket in Netflix's adaptation of Pinocchio. Now, to be clear, this is not a Disney remake. This is not based on the Disney version of Pinocchio. Pinocchio was already a story before Disney got their hands on it. This is going to be its own thing. And this is going to be a stop-motion animated movie on Netflix. It's directed by Guillermo del Toro, produced by Guillermo del Toro, co-written by Guillermo del Toro. And we'll get to the writers here in a bit, because holy God, this is amazing. They've already gotten a few cast members for this. Actually, let me, I might as well just go on the, let me go to, let me go to the Wikipedia, because, again, this is looking so good. Like, Ewan McGregor is playing, Jiminy Cricket, or, anyway, oh wait, no, I guess in this movie, he's called the Talking Cricket. Ron Perlman is playing Magnifico? I don't know. Tilda Swinton is playing the fairy with turquoise hair. Christoph Waltz is playing the fox and the cat. And some guy named David Bradley is playing Master Geppetto, who is apparently... apparently he plays Argus Filch in the Harry Potter movies, Walder Frey in Game of Thrones, and Abraham Cetricane in FX's The Strain. He's playing Master Geppetto. No, Mr. Geppetto. Again, I am excited that Ewan McGregor is playing the cricket, but however, I will say, looking more into this Pinocchio movie, I'm really digging it. Like, for one, it's stop motion animation, which is something you don't really see that much of nowadays. It's being directed by Guillermo del Toro, which, if you guys don't know, he's a really freaking good director. Like, he directed movies like Pan's Labyrinth, which is, in my opinion, one of the greatest movies of all time. The Shape of Water, which he won Best Director for in the Oscars, and The Shape of Water also won Best Picture, to which he also got an Oscar win for. He also got an Oscar nomination for Best Original Screenplay for The Shape of Water and Best Original Screenplay for Pan's Labyrinth in its year. And he also directed movies like Hellboy, Pacific Rim, Crimson Peak. So, yeah, I'm really excited for this movie. Now, again, let's look at... Oh, apparently it's also being, one of the production companies is actually the Jim Henson Company. So that's really fascinating. The budget is $35 million. I really can't wait to, see what this movie's gonna feel like, considering it has a $35 million budget. Who knows? Alexandre Desplat is doing the music, which, again, that's just more talent, because he's won 2 Oscars. His track record's great. And now let's look at the writers. Well, the writers... Guillermo del Toro is already one of the writers of the movie, so that's already good enough. One of them is Grizz Grimley, and I can't really talk about his, track record, because he's mainly only written books. In fact, if anything, he also wrote the version of Pinocchio that this is based off of. So yeah. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Matthew Robbins. Matthew Robbins is another one of the screenwriters for this movie, and let's check out his track record. his track record is not that bad. He has a few misses here or there, but he did also write Crimson Peak with Guillermo del Toro, and that has some good reviews and whatnot. But what really gets me excited is that another one of the writers of this movie is Patrick McHale, which, if you don't know who he is, he was a writer and storyboard artist for The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, the creative director of Seasons 1 and 2 of Adventure Time, and the creator, executive producer, writer, storyboard artist, and songwriter for the show Over the Garden Wall. So you got, like, which I have not seen Over the Garden Wall, but everyone who has seen it tells me that, Over the Garden Wall is really, really, is really, really good. And in case you're wondering, yes, Jim Henson, the guy who made the Muppet stuff and the Dark Crystal, but keep in mind, it's his company, not him, because he's been dead for a long time. So, like, yeah, it's not actually Jim Henson. It's just the company that, he left off. Which, again, has already been doing some stuff, like they did the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance on Netflix. So, they're one of the production companies for this movie. But, I am really, really looking forward to this movie. Again, Guillermo del Toro, fantastic director, and he's one of the writers. You got one of the writers of Over the Garden Wall, and who also did some other cartoons and whatnot that were critically acclaimed. You also have a really talented cast. Like, for example, like I said, Ewan McGregor is playing the Cricket. Again, I don't know if his name is Jimminy Cricket, because like I know the Disney version's name is Jiminy Cricket, so I don't know. But again, the style looks really good. And Pinocchio is a really dark story. Keep in mind, Pinocchio, even when you go outside of the Disney version of Pinocchio, it's really freaking dark, and I'm wondering if they're going to tap into that in this version. I mean, after all, it is going to Netflix, which I'm also expecting it's going to have an Oscar qualifying run for Best Animated Feature. So, yeah. So, guys, what do you think of this new Pinocchio movie coming out? Let me know in the chat, and what do you think of all the creative people going into this? Like I said, Guillermo del Toro, the creator of Over the Garden Wall, the cast, Alexandre Desplat doing the music. I'm super hyped for this, and this might be one of my most anticipated movies of next year. That, granted, I'm excited for so many movies coming out next year, but yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Our next topic regards this new thing that's coming from DC Entertainment called DC Fandome. I don't know if it's pronounced Fandom or Fandome, because Dome might be I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, guys, this is basically a new, like, since we don't have Comic-Con and whatnot. And a lot of things have kind of fallen their way because of COVID-19. Basically, this is pretty much like a con for DC stuff. And I'm honestly looking forward to this, because, well, for one, it's actually happening the day before my birthday, August 22nd, which is pretty cool. But also, granted, I might have made this a little bit too small. Let me just pull the image up to where I can read off of it, because hold on, I'm really prepared for this, aren't I? But anyway, guys, DC Fandome, like I said, it's pretty much a con where you look over, where it's like a bunch of DC news, a bunch of cool DC stuff. There's the Insiderverse, the Funverse, the Hall of Heroes, the Watchverse, the Uverse, and the Kidsverse. I'm assuming the Watchverse is pretty much going to be where they give all the announcements for, like, some big things. Like, they're going to be making announcements for the next Aquaman movie. They're going to be giving some announcements for Wonder Woman 1984. They're going to be giving some announcements for next year's The Batman. They're going to be giving some news for a bunch of cool stuff, and I really can't wait for this. This is going to be really cool. It's free. You don't have to pay to watch any of this. This is like you can just watch it. Now I can only assume you can only watch it on like a browser. I can only assume. But I'm really excited for where they're gonna take all this movie news. Like, where are they gonna go with all this? Where are they gonna go with the movie news? Are we gonna get? Ooh, could we actually get a trailer for the Batman? Well, then again, it's a little bit too. Wait, no, probably not, because they're still getting ready. Like, they're already just getting ready to continue shooting. We're not gonna get a trailer for the Batman. We're probably not. A new trailer for Wonder Woman 1984? Likely. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this uh, yeah, like, there's not a whole lot of details right now. We're also gonna be getting some news on the Snyder cut of Justice League, which is gonna be pretty exciting. Could we get more footage? Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, guys, what do you think of this idea? DC Fandome. Are you gonna be watching it? What do you think of all these little fun lands, these little magical little hubs? Which movie news for one or hell any kind of DC news are you most excited for? Let me know in the chat and let me know your thoughts. Anyway, guys, our next topic is gonna be regarding the Oscars once again. They've made quite a few. How do I explain it? Like, the Oscars have been going through a weird period of time, because because of COVID-19, and there was also the Oscars so white controversy, which I don't think was really that much. I personally don't think it was worth the controversy because, I mean, again, I think it was more of a Hollywood issue than a diversity issue. But anyway. Apparently, we got some news. One of which is that the new Oscar date is going to be April 25th, 2021. That's really far off. That's later than most Kids' Choice Awards. I don't know why I know that, but there you go. We also have a new Oscar eligibility date, which is February 28th, 2021. Meaning, we'll have movies that came out in 2020 and 2021 competing for Oscars, which is not normal. Now, some people thought, wait, what about 1917? Well, 1917, here's a lot of movies will have their wide releases after the awards qualification thing, but they'll have, limited releases before, just so they can get that Oscar eligibility. Like, for example, like I said, 1917. 1917 worldwide came out technically in 2021, but it was released in a few theaters in Los Angeles and New York and whatnot, just to where it would be eligible to get nominated for this year's Oscars. And so that's how they get around that. But we will actually be seeing legit 2021 movies released to qualify for the Oscars, which I feel like is a little bit weird because how do I explain it? That's going to be leaving next year's Oscars a little bit short on movies, so I don't know about that. I mean, now granted, what about best visual? Maybe movies like best visual effects need a little bit of help because I don't really know what 2020 movies are going to get nominated for best visual effects. I know for a fact that Dune has to get nominated for Best Visual Effects. I would also assume probably, I know, maybe Tenet. I think Underwater should get some consideration, but again, we have to see what movies come out prior to February 28th, 2021. So there's that. But also, apparently, they actually are going to be implementing diversity requirements, which, not gonna lie, I'm a little bit... how do I explain this? I really think, like I said last week, I don't think the Oscars so white thing was I feel like we're putting the attention and anger on that, like too much on the Oscars. Like I don't think it's the Oscars' fault because they're trying. Like their job is to nominate the best, but Hollywood is not sending some of their best, diverse talent out there. So I feel like for example, if you don't have any, if you don't, if Hollywood doesn't hire any, black actresses for, for supporting roles, then how can they, how can a black actress get nominated for best supporting actress, or at the very least like an awards worthy performance, or something like that. So I'm a little bit concerned on that, but I will say they're having like the Academy's having some talks with people and whatnot, and one of them is the BAFTAs, which have implemented their own diversity requirements, and honestly, it's not that bad. It's really not actually. It does actually have some good ideas there, because again, for the most part, again, I feel like when you're nominating stuff for awards, you should be nominating for the best and only that. It's not the Oscars' job to nominate diverse talent. It's Hollywood's job to hire diverse talent that they can, like, for the big, awards worthy stuff. But I will say what the BAFTA's doing with diversity is not that bad. Again, it's not that bad. Granted, I also saw this on the John Campea show, but I think I just might as well point this out as well. Basically, it says, okay, yeah. If you're applying for BFI funding, which is also pretty much how the, wait, hold on. Let me look through this. If you're applying for BFI funding, which is apparently also going to be, which is apparently also with the BAFTAs, which are pretty much the British Oscars. Yeah, the BAFTAs are pretty much the British Oscars. So this is and they're collaborating with BFI with their rules and whatnot. So if you're applying for BFI funding, which also could probably mean BAFTA consideration, the standards application is part of the main funding application. For all other projects applying for the standards, please email for an application form. To achieve the standards, all applicants need to meet the criteria of at least 2 of the 4 standards detailed below, with the exception of BFI development funding applicants who should meet at least 1 of the 4 standards. The standard C is compulsory for all applicants, with the exception of the BAFTA and BFA applications. Concessions may also be made for programs and projects with very small teams, including BFI development and funding applicants. Standard D is compulsory for exhibitors, film festivals, distributors, and other organizations applying for the standards with activities that benefit audiences. It is also an additional category for productions that have a distributor or broadcaster attached. Okay, for example, Standard A, on-screen representation, themes, and narratives. Lead characters, contributors, presenters, voice artists, other characters, contributors, presenters, voice artists, competitors, which is probably, which is like supporting characters. Main storyline, subject matter, other storyline, subject matter, location, casting decisions. Alright, that's not that bad, but what if you're filming something like Dunkirk, which, is filmed at a specific place? Yeah, it's and set at a certain time where it's not you can't there wasn't really any black people for that, or at least it's definitely not a big majority. Well, then you also have Standard B, which is creative leadership and project team, department heads, which could be which is pretty much it says here, animation director, art director, composer, costume designer, creator, director of photography, editor, executive producer, head of production, post-production supervisor, producer, production designer, production executive, senior animator, series director, series editor, series producer, showrunner, storyboard supervisor, technical director, writer, VFX supervisor. There's also other key roles. At least 6 other key roles, mid-level crew slash team and technical positions are filled by someone from an underrepresented group or other project staff. Or at least one or more of the following targets are met for the overall crew and project staff. A 50-50 gender balance, 20% target for those identifying as belonging to an underrepresented ethnic group, 10% target for those identifying as LGBTQ+, 7% target identifying for those identifying as deaf or disabled, as deaf and disabled. A significant amount of crew staff resident in the UK, London and southeast of England. Significant amount of crew staff from a lower socioeconomic background, regional employment. So yeah, like when it comes to this, like a lot of this, you might already have that. Like you could like this. I'm like, yeah, that's fine because at some point you're probably going to be nominating, a woman or minority for something, for a role, for some sort of role like that. There's also standard C, industry access, and for this you have to meet 2 of the criteria for this. So again, I'm pretty sure you would already have this. And of course, for standard A, if you're wanting to achieve standard A, you have to meet 3 of these criteria. So again, let's move to the next one. Standard C, industry access and opportunities. To achieve this, you need to meet 2 of the criteria below. Paid employment opportunities. Your project is offering paid employment opportunities such as apprenticeships, internships, expert advisors, and similar to people of underrepresented groups. Your movie is probably going to have something like that. Training opportunities and skills development, craft, creative, and business, including one-off, bespoke, and student work experience opportunities. Like I said, pretty much what this is saying is that it's saying your project is offering training opportunities, including work experience and other opportunities such as skills, craft, and development for crew and staff are coming from outside of the industry, on-set, one-off training to people from underrepresented groups. Again, you could already have that. You could already have something like that in your movie. It's that easy. Promotion to a role that constitutes career progression. Again, probably going to have that. First job in a role that constitutes career progression from prior training. Again, yeah. Meaningful structured mentoring programs. Again, that seems easy. Standard, and then you have standard D, audience development, where if you want to meet this, you have to meet 3 of the criteria below. Disability, access, and materials. Actually, wait, I'm not sure if this is like for actually making movies and whatnot, but again, this is what the BAFTAs do, and honestly, it's not that bad. It's actually not. Your movies are probably already going to have stuff like this. Like, it says you want to... It says that at least 2 of the 4 standards. Well, again, this one right here, again, you might have a movie that is just inherently not going to be... about black people or Hispanics or women or something like that. Like, for example, like I said, Dunkirk or something like, something where, like, historically that's not possible. But again, there's other things for that. Like, for example, you're probably going to have some diversity in your department heads and whatnot, or key roles or project staff. And you're probably definitely going to have some stuff for paid employment opportunity, like for industry access and opportunities. Again, opportunities. I like this. I'm completely fine. The Oscars are not going to listen to me, but if the Oscars are going to implement some sort of diversity requirements, what the BAFTAs are doing with this, I like this. This is not a bad idea. And the reason why I know it's not a bad idea is because they implemented this last year, meaning this year's BAFTAs, for the movies of 2019, already had to go through this, I think. And it was pretty fair. It was a fair Oscar. I mean, it was a fair BAFTAs. At least in terms of nothing felt compromised. Even though in the BAFTAs, apparently, The Lion King lost Best Visual Effects again to 1917, but regardless. again, nothing was really compromised with the BAFTAs. And if the Oscars can do something like this, if they can take you know, take, you know, some inspiration from the BFI diversity standards criteria, but just sort of tweak it to apply to the Academy Awards, I would not mind this, because it's not, again, it doesn't feel like they're compromising the Oscars. I like this. So yeah, guys, I know I went on for that a little bit. I don't know if you're bored or whatnot, but I think this is worth discussing. What do you think of the changes coming to next year's Oscars, and what do you think of the diversity requirements? Now, it is, I should say that the Academy has not said as to what diversity requirements they're going to be implementing. Like, they said they have not announced anything as to how they're going to do this, which is never a good sign, because you should always have a plan before announcing that you're doing something. Like, that's never a good idea. So, yeah, guys, what do you think of this? And let me know in the chat. Anyway, guys, our last topic for today is I'm going to be reviewing this new show on Disney Plus called Disney Gallery Star Wars The Mandalorian. I'll talk about that once I get this drink right here. Yup. Ah, that's better. So yeah, in case you don't know what Disney Gallery The Mandalorian is, it's pretty much like a behind-the-scenes look at how they made The Mandalorian, which is a great show on Disney Plus, and hell, it's probably the one unifying Star Wars thing to come out in a long time. Like, seriously, I do not hear a bunch of controversy regarding The Mandalorian, so you know it's special. So, yeah. Like all the episodes are up on Disney Plus right now, and so these are my thoughts on it. This is fascinating. I really, really enjoyed watching Disney Gallery The Mandalorian. Like, they cover just about everything from the cast, the directors. Hell, the directors episode is the first episode, which I think is just perfect. They talk about the score, like Ludwig Göransson's score. Who, if you don't know who Ludwig Göransson is, he also did the score for movies like Creed, Black Panther, which he won an Oscar for. He's just a really talented dude, and he's the guy who did the music for The Mandalorian. It also tells you how they did things like practical puppets and whatnot, and the visual effects. Holy shit, the visual effects episode is so interesting. Now, granted, I love visual effects, but, like, you should see what they do with this thing called the volume. Like, basically what the volume is, it's like, how do I explain it? It's like better than a green screen. Like, the way they do the volume, it's like an entire 360-degree room where all the walls and even the ceiling is a television screen. It's like one gigantic 360-degree television screen. And the lighting is accurate to the environment that the actors are supposed to be in. And pretty much they project they show the environment in the volume. Like, you can look around and it's like you're actually in that world. And it gets even crazier than that. Because what it also does is that the camera is kind of hooked up to it to where, like, whenever the camera moves, the perspective of the environment of the volume changes with the camera. Like, for example, if, how do I explain it? If you know what I'm talking about, like, for example, let me just take this camera real quick. Alright, look at my finger. It's kind of hard to explain. Let me just move this. How do I explain it? It's sort of, okay. Imagine this is okay, like, look at your finger. Okay, look at your finger in front of you, and like, move your head like this. You know, like I said, you're looking behind your finger. The camera does that with the volume. The volume does that with the camera. Where, like, it'll make its background change with the camera's movements to as if you're actually filming it in real life. I can't do it justice. You just have to watch it yourself. It is unbelievable. Imagine where this technology is going, like, 10 years from now. Like, you don't even need green screens anymore. The volume is right there. And again, you don't have to worry about shitty lighting when it comes to, shitty green screen effects because, you know, you're already going to have the accurate lighting of that world, like, just shining on you. It's just it's incredible. It's genius. And like Jon Favreau, say what you will about Jon Favreau, he is always elevating visual effects. Like from Elf, yeah, even with Elf, where he made a buddy look bigger than the elves, it was never done with green screens or CGI. He just like it was forced perspective. Forced perspective. He would always shoot Will Ferrell closer to the camera than the people playing the elves, and it would cause this weird kind of camera trickery to make him look bigger than the elves. Or, then you fast forward to like Iron Man, which has visual effects that still look incredible to this day. And then you fast forward to like the Jungle Book, where, like I said earlier, um, like the entire movie was filmed on a blue screen in Hollywood, or I don't know, maybe not Hollywood, in California. The entire movie was on a blue screen and whatnot, and yet he created an entire digital environment that looked just like a real jungle. And then you fast forward to The Lion King, where it is an animated movie that is made to look completely real. So real that people still think it's live action, even though it's not. And that's also why I think it should have won Best Visual Effects at the Oscars, but I digress. What Jon Favreau did with The Mandalorian's visual effects here is nothing short of jaw-dropping. Again, what, like, the it's incredible. Again, this technology is called the volume, and like I said, just wait till you watch that. If I had one thing to criticize about the show, it's that episode 2 you might as well skip. It's pretty much just talking about how great Star Wars is, even though I don't know why you need to remind us of that, because no one who's watching this is not already a Star Wars fan. But yeah, guys, I know that Disney Plus has not been coming out with a lot of original content right now. Although I'd probably say a lot of this has to do with COVID-19 and whatnot. But regardless, um, this is Disney Plus original show. I would absolutely recommend checking out Disney Gallery The Mandalorian. Again, you can skip chapter 2. You can skip episode 2. It's really like, there's like nothing there that's really worth watching. It's just all the other episodes though are complete gold, and I absolutely recommend Star Wars Disney Gallery Star Wars The Mandalorian. Yeah, guys, that will about do it for all the topics we have right now. And if you let me a little bit, I'm going to take a little break, and then once I'm back from that break, we're going to go into questions. So yeah, guys, stay right there, and we'll be right back. Boop. And we're back, everybody. We're back to the Hannahcast with your questions. It's question time, everybody. It's time for Question Hannah. I don't know. Should I call this Question Hannah? Because it's a play on my name. Oh God, I'm not funny. But anyways, let me just adjust something real quick. Boop. Yeah, guys, let's take a look at your questions and see what you have to say. Let's see. Animorphs was weird. Yep, it sure was weird. Nick Spongebob Personal says, hi everyone, hi. And Alexi Savala says, hello, Alexi. Pokesaur said, we freed the slaves, but some stupid people didn't get the memo. Those stupid people being racist. Yeah, I assumed you were talking about racist. Because back then, news was not instant. It took a while for things to get around, and so it was kind of a shame that even when the Emancipation Proclamation, I think that's what it was officially stated and whatnot, that it still took a while. Like there were still some black people enslaved, and it was just really sad. And so but luckily, all that changed and whatnot. And even though yet today we're still fighting racism, it's sad. But yeah, Yeti the button smashing. No, it looks like baton smashing. Well, I don't have a baton. I have a button, but not a baton. I'm like, I don't know. I was never a fan of Animorphs as a kid, but I liked looking at the covers. Yeah, the covers are freaking weird, aren't they? They are weird. Again, look at that cockroach one. Ew. That's just messed up. Funny enough, I've never seen an Animorphs cover with an elephant. And on one hand, I'm glad that I finally saw one, but on the other hand, it's kind of freaky. So, yeah, let's take a look at another question. Nick Soda Personal says me too, probably agreeing with them. Probably agreeing with Pokesaurus. Judging people work from the past is just how I think. I mean, yeah, I pretty much answered that already. Animorphs covers should be considered cursed images. They probably are, yeah. I understand track records now, but I just don't bother with that. I feel like we should, honestly, try to look at track records because, again, it's why I'm excited. That's why I'm excited for Tenet, because Christopher Nolan is a fantastic director. He just shits out gold. Whereas if it's a new Jason Freeberg and Aaron Seltzer movie, I'm not really good, because of their past work, I can't get excited. I would not be excited for it. I would know it's garbage. Or at least I'd be very, very sure it's garbage. So, yeah. I want to understand actors and actresses' track records. That's a little bit harder because, here's the thing. There is a difference between, bad actors and bad movies that the actors are in or whatnot. But for example, I feel like I thought Ben Affleck. Actually, no, not that. What's a great example of a great performance in a bad movie? Oh yeah, for example, I think Matthew Lillard was a great Shaggy. He was in some pretty bad Scooby-Doo movies, but he was good in them. So it's track record. I think it's really just if the actors aren't good. For example, Tommy Wiseau. I'm not going to expect a good performance from him. Or Tara Reid. I'm not going to expect a good performance from her. Again, it's a little bit harder to judge that, though. What about Captain America seeing Avengers and the credits cuts him off in Age of Ultron? That was a little bit better. like that. I will say that like that in Age of Ultron was that I will say that was a little bit better. It's just like the way everything led up to that point in Fantastic Four. And again, I'm a defender of that movie, but the way that whole stuff, that ending dialogue just tried to was just piling up. It was already getting really bad, and that was just kind of the icing on the cake. So, not really the same scenarios, in my opinion. Jim Henson as in the Dark Crystal. Yep, Jim Henson, the guy who did the people who made the Muppet movies. Although, however, the Muppet franchise it's weird. The Jim Henson company was sort of sold off in different parts. Like the actual Jim Henson company, I think they still run, but they sold the Muppets off to Disney. And I don't know where the Fraggles went. I don't know. So yeah, it's really hard to explain. It really is. I know he's passed away by faith in the company. I think I do too. I mean, especially considering on the creative side and whatnot. Like I think visually it could look really cool. Nick Swingle Personal says, I'd rather really go to a con even though I still have not gone to any. I mean, yeah, me too. I would rather physically go to a con even though I've never been to a con before. It's just, circumstances, COVID-19, you don't want to have a lot of people grouped together, and seeing as how we're already seeing cases spike up again, it's like, maybe we should have been at home a little bit more. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm into DC enough to be part of the fandom, but I like the idea. Again, I like the idea too. I'm definitely watching it just to see like what kind of new movie announcements they're going to have, any footage or something like that, or hell, maybe even our first full look at Robert Pattinson as the Batman. I would like that. I would like to see like just a full image of what the Batman, this character, is going to look like. I like that. Back, I was going for a bit. Which comic book movies do you think have the most brutal scenes and have a ton of blood in it? I don't know about witches, but if you're talking about the other kind of witch, well, it's hard to say because like the most brutal scenes and have a ton of blood in it, like that doesn't really necessarily mean it's good. Like, I mean, I could probably say one of the most bloody comic book movies I've ever seen in my life was Hellboy, the new Hellboy. And they did it so horribly. They did that so badly. I think maybe the best use of blood and gore and whatnot was probably Logan. But again, I don't really pay attention to blood and gore and whatnot. It just because that's not gonna make a movie. That's not gonna save a bad movie. So yeah. Nick's on the personal says, I might watch Disney Gallery Star Wars The Mandalorian. There ain't a lot of new Disney Plus original series to watch for me. Yeah, again, like this one I would definitely recommend watching. He said back. Pokesaurus says, I wish Disney Plus had a pair of kings. Or had pair of kings. Let me look that up. A pair of kings. Oh, it's a Disney XD series. They probably will eventually. They will eventually. Yeah, again, I've never watched it, so I can't say. I mean, it does have Mitchell Musso. I think I've heard of him before. Where have I heard Mitchell Musso before? Oh yeah, he plays Jeremy on oh wow, Mitchell Musso plays Jeremy on Phineas and Ferb. He also played Jeremy on Milo Murphy's Law. Wait, it's in the same universe? And apparently he also played Aang in the unaired pilot of Avatar The Last Airbender. So, oh yeah. Oh, wait, now I remember. He was also in apparently he played DJ in Monster House. Okay, yeah, I definitely know him. Again, They will eventually have a pair of. They will eventually have a pair of kings on Disney Plus. Uh, they probably will eventually, so don't worry about that. How you doing? How are you on taking recommendations? Well, I mean, it kind of depends. I don't know. It depends on what you want me to recommend. Uh, Anyone else remember A Pair of Kings? Well, I kind of just answered your question. I never watched it. Uh, Here's a question. What makes Murray so awful? Well, here's what makes Murray so awful. Besides the fact that he won't subscribe. Damn it, Murray! I want you to fucking subscribe, man. What the hell? Like, the fuck is wrong with you, Murray? I hate you. I also hate Murray because Murray is just he's a scrub. You see what I mean? He's not a big boy like me. He's not a big man. He's just like, ugh, I'm Murray. I'm just a scrawny guy. I'm not to say that not to say that scrawny people are bad, but like Murray is just like, ah, damn it, man. Like you are like you just like he's just lazy. Murray's just lazy. He just wants everyone to to just give everything to him on a silver platter. He's like, and I think from what I've heard, Murray might not be like, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, screw Murray. I hate you, Murray. Go die. Uh, let's see. Have you seen the Animorphs cover with the Spider Kid? His chin looks like Thanos' chin split in two. Oh God, no. Let me look this up. Actually, maybe I can pull this up. Oops. Oh boy, spider. Oh God. Oh God, yeah, let's take a look at this, guys. Oh my God, that is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. He does he does look like a Thanos chin. Actually, I don't know if yeah, it's just like, oh God, that why a spider? I mean, it's a tarantula. I mean, it's still a spider, but still. Oh God, I can see his legs. He's growing more legs. God damn it, Animorphs! Why are you so weird? Why are you so fucking weird? That's just cursed. Fear has a new name. Yeerk. Yeerk? The hell is that? Oh God, why'd you make me look that up? Why'd you make me look that up? That is just the worst thing ever. Oh God. But anyways, yeah. If someone made an Animorphs cover with your face on it, what animal would you like to morph into? Oh God, no, not. Okay, let's see. What would be the most fucked up? Like, I really want something like really fucked up, like something really just ew. Like what would be the most screwed up animal they could possibly make me into? Something so ungodly terrifying. Or just disturbing to watch. Let me look it up. Cause like the worst part isn't even, the animal stuff. It's just like the in-betweens. Like the in-between, transformations. Like probably like maybe around like the middle one. The middle one is probably the worst. Yeah, so just something like that. What would be that bad? Ooh. I think I might have not. Like, if we're trying to figure out, like, what creature would be so weird to make me, like, to where it's like, when you look at the middle transformation picture, you would just see nothing but just nightmares. I have an idea. Oh, God, yeah, that would just be the worst thing ever. Yep. Let's take a look at this, everybody. This would probably be, like, if I wanted just purely to freak kids out and whatnot with an Animorph transformation, I would try to turn into this. It's a Goblin Shark. Probably one of the most hideous things to ever swim in the oceans. Uh, Imagine seeing the in-between transformations of that. That would just be the worst. That's just the worst thing ever. I hate that. Oh god. Oh man. So yeah, that's my answer. My answer for you is a Goblin Shark because the in-between transformation of that would just be so bad, especially considering its skin pigmentation is not that far from a human, not too far. Like, especially if if it was an in-between transformation, that would just be the worst thing to ever look at. But yeah, that's my answer. Goblin Shark. Look how stoic he looks on the far right. Yeah, yeah. I love Garble. Oh yeah. Ooh, I love Goblin Sharks. Uh, but yeah, that would be definitely be my answer because they are cursed as fuck. Mm. Mm. Do they have this? Do they have this? Let me look it up. Oh shit, they don't have this. Oh my god, another. I'm surprised they have not made. I'm surprised they have not made an Animorph with this. Hold on. How have they not made a cursed Animorph thing? Like, yeah, a cursed Animorph book with this, a warthog. I looked up. They don't have a warthog. Wouldn't that be creepy? Wouldn't that be just the freakiest shit in the world? Like like a warthog thing. I think if they were going to do Animorphs, I'd probably make it into a comedy because it's like you can't get more freaky than this. Also, wait. Oh my god! I just realized, guys. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. This could be a really cool advancement into visual effects. Because like we haven't really seen a lot of that before. Like seeing a person turning into a full-on animal. At least in a really well done way. Like, yeah, we've seen werewolves, but they're still somewhat human. But like, imagine visual effects trying to bring that to life. Like trying to bring, making a human turn into an animal. Because like that, depending on how good you can do that, that could set a precedent in the future if they wanted to do Beast Boy from Teen Titans in a live action movie. So yeah, that would be really cool. So yeah, that would be also really cool. Anyways, let's take a look at if I if I was on an Animorph's color, I would want to be a crocodile's or caiman. Uh, yeah, actually, do they have that? Do they have? Do they have that? Hold on. Let me look that up. Let me look that up. Yep. Yep, they have that. They do indeed have crocodiles. They do indeed have crocodiles. And oh god, it's Animorphs. It's terrifying. So no, not that, not that. No, not that, not that, not that, not that. There it is. There you go. They actually do have a crocodile Animorphs cover. And oh my god, it looks terrifying. Again, what's with these middle ones? The middle ones are always the worst. They're always the most terrifying. Wait, wait, look at that. Her clothes are turning into crocodile scales or scutes. How's that possible? Oh god. That's like that's the worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever seen in my life. Like that's just got to be painful. So yeah. I love what's this pose that she's doing? It's just like what pose is this? Like what is this? That's like who hello, hello, like hello, I am human. It's like who just randomly poses like this? Well, no, it's like she's like I don't know. That's just weird. That's just really weird. So, yeah, they do indeed have crocodiles. They do have crocodiles. I mean, us recommending movies, shows, and games. Again, I mean, I'd be open to it and whatnot. But I do want to have some sort of interest in it. I don't know. Like, there's still some things I do need to try to review. Like, for example, like if you guys don't know, some of my most popular videos on my channel are my reviews of the Walking With series. Like, I reviewed Walking with Dinosaurs, Walking with Beasts, Walking with Monsters, and all of those got tons of views. Again, they're some of the most viewed videos on my channel. So, I don't know. I might consider doing reviews for a lot of the other Walking With shows, like Chased by Dinosaurs, Sea Monsters, Prehistoric Park, and whatnot. Even though that's not part of the Walking With saga, it's kind of different. Because I've noticed that a lot of the more niche things that I like, that I review, are the ones that get the most views. Like, currently, my most viewed video on my channel... Let's take a look at what my most... Like, let me look at my most viewed videos of all time. My most viewed video is, again, I'm trying to pull it up here. Yeah, my most viewed video on my channel is actually is my review of Lost Tapes, which I never expected would become my most viewed video ever. I really didn't. It even surpassed my Tigger movie review. And again, you know, Walking with Beasts has over 3.5k views. Walking with Dinosaurs 2.9k views. Walking with Monsters 2.4k views. I get a lot of views from reviewing things that are niche that I like. So, I really should try to complete the Walking With, I probably should review the rest of the Walking With shows. It's just, I'm trying, like, I don't know, it's like, I really do want to try to do them. It's just I gotta find the time. Because I do these streams and whatnot, and I want to make sure, like, because, like, the clips I use and whatnot, like, they make my videos look really good. I don't know, it's just really tough. I just have to really, I really have to figure out, how I go about that, because I do want to do them. I think I will try to do them in the future. Oh yeah, I also got to review that garbage Walking with Dinosaurs movie that they did in 2013. So there's also that. So yeah. I know. I like how you know about Scoots, me nerd. Walking with Dinosaurs. I got Prehistoric Park from a thrift store, and I'm so happy. So yeah. I got... Oh, wait. My DVD Prehistoric Park isn't here. Oh, yeah, because it's a DVD, even though I have my Prehistoric Earth collection right here. But, yeah, I do... I wish that was available on Blu-ray. I wish the Walking With shows and, you know, and Prehistoric Park were available on Blu-ray. Or at least available to buy digitally. So, yeah, I do wish that. But, yeah, I will... I gotta figure out how I go about that, because, yeah. I just want you to see the Arrowverse since I'm a little weird about it. The Lego Straight to movies and shows that you didn't talk about the Hannahcast about Lego Jurassic World. Well, here's the thing. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't really want to review straight to DVD stuff, like straight to video stuff, because, again, I'll make rare exceptions, especially in this time where it's like, you know, movies are being dumped onto streaming services. But normally I really want to stay away from those because if it was released in the theater, then it's worth me watching. Also, the Arrowverse. Oh no way! Like, well, for like, I don't really want to do that because, for one, there's so much of it already, and I've already watched some of it, and it's honestly not. I'm not that impressed over the Arrowverse, to be honest. So again, it's already too much to catch up on, and it doesn't look like something that interests me already. So, whatever. It's a crime that the Walking With stuff isn't on Blu-ray. I mean, not even just on Blu-ray. Like, at least being able to buy digitally on HD. Like, the only way you can find the Walking With shows in HD is Curiosity Stream. Yet, if you try to buy it on Amazon or something like that, or Vudu, it's not available. Like, let me look on here. Is it available? Let me look on Vudu. Because, like, Vudu, I think if you're going to get digital stuff, I'd go to Vudu. So let me look at here. Yeah, Walking with Dinosaurs. Oh, actually, let me look at Walking with Dinosaurs, Walking with Beasts. Wait, Walking with Monsters isn't. I don't think I can find Walking with Monsters on Vudu. That's strange. But yeah, let me look at Yeah, it's only available for they're both only available in standard definition. That is sad. So yeah, you can't really I mean you can buy them digitally, but you can't really you can't buy them in HD, which kind of sucks. So, so there's that. Let's get a drink. Huh. I do have an idea. Do you guys want me to review maybe a Disney movie, like a movie on Disney Plus? What about Lego shows like Ninjago and Star Wars? Again, it doesn't really interest me or whatnot. Again, yeah, I know some of the Lego Star Wars stuff is on Disney Plus, but it's like, I'm not really all that interested in it. So, like, I'm wondering if I should maybe any of the movies or whatnot or something like that. Maybe something on Disney Plus, or maybe I have to think. Like, maybe a movie on Disney Plus, like, every week or something like that? Maybe? I don't know, I have to think. Or maybe re-reviewing a movie I watched quite a while ago? I don't know. I will say, like, it's just, oh yeah, you can review whatever you want. I'm pretty neutral to your choices. Where, like, but to me, they were so good, I wish they were canon. Are you talking about the Star Wars stuff? I don't know. Like, the Lego Star Wars, I don't know if you want those to be canon, because, like, some of that stuff will probably, like, especially when you look at, like, like, Lego All-Stars or whatever, it looks like they're following the, like, sort of, like, parody versions of the characters and whatnot, and just, like, I don't know. I don't really think Legos should be canon in the Star Wars universe. Like, just because you like it doesn't mean it should be canon and whatnot. Like, it just, for example, I like the Amazing Spider-Man. I love the Amazing Spider-Man, but I don't think it should be canon to the MCU. So there's that. Pokesaur says, I need to go for now. Thank you for answering my questions and exploring the wonderful world of Animorphs. Thank you very much. I'll be here for your Animorphs needs. And again, which is weird because I've never ever read Animorphs in my entire life. All I know is I've seen the books, like the books in my school library when I was a kid, and remember being so horrifyingly horrified by those images. Yeah, do we got anything else, or do we leave it off here? By the way, what do you guys think of the new layout? What do you guys think of my new background layout and whatnot? The graphics you see, like this little circle right here. Like, honestly, I want to hear your thoughts on that because I worked a lot. I worked really hard on these and I really like them. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. Because I've been trying to, because I have been working really hard to try and figure out like what would be the best way to make my, because I've been trying to figure out like how I make my show look even better. And honestly, I think it's never looked any better than this. I think this looks great. But Lost Swords came out before Solo did, I think at least. I mean, I don't know. I honestly just don't care about the Lego stuff, in my opinion. I just don't. Again, the only Lego things I'm really interested in are the theatrical releases. That's all I'm really concerned over. Yeah. I was trying to do a statue thing like. Oh man, this is gonna be great for a podcast. Am I right, ladies? What about free PC games? Well, I don't know if there's that many that I'm really interested in. Again, like, if I do play games on my channel, it would really be the ones I want to play. Like, for example, whenever I can get a console, which would definitely be helpful, especially if we were to get some contributors in, like, Patreon supporters or merch sales or what is it called? Stream elements tips. Like, if we could start doing that stuff, then I could probably get a controller to hook up to my computer because I'm not good with a keyboard and mouse, and I could and playing some games that I like. For example, I mean, I know you're not really into Ark or GTA 5, but I really would like to play those on my channel. I think those are really cool. Um, I do have Zoo Tycoon 2. I could play that on the channel. I think that could be fun and whatnot. So yeah. Mm. But yeah, it just kind of depends on the games. I think also the through Epic Game, or I could do Fortnite, even though I've never done Fortnite before, but I think I might do better with that with a controller, which I don't have, because I would like to get like an Xbox-like controller that I can hook up to my computer, because that would be very useful, because I suck at a keyboard and mouse. I mean, some games I'm pretty good, I mean, I can do with a keyboard and mouse, like for example, what's it called, uh, like Zoo Tycoon 2, I could do that on a keyboard and mouse, but it's just like, it's a little bit hard trying to do trying like if I were trying to play like Grand Theft Auto, try to play Grand Theft Auto or or is it Far Cry? No, not Far Cry 4. I don't know. I don't know. But it's just like, yeah, I will try to play. I do want to try to play some games on my channel. It's just, I would really rather get a controller first. I can hook up to the computer, but those are like $30, and I need some support to do that because, again, times are tough. So yeah. Like games from Newgrounds or other websites. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Uh, I'm not. Like maybe if I had like a friend with me to where like we could poke fun at like the really bad games, but like it's kind of hard for me to like really get. That's why I really want. That's why I'm trying to wait on like Raphael to like so that we could probably play like Ark Survival Evolved because I feel like I do like especially when it comes to gaming I do better with a two-person dynamic when it comes to that. So I think that'd probably be better. You have a hard take on recommendations. I mean, it's just me. Like I like, it's just it's just my taste. I just like I'm just to be fair, I'm not primarily a gamer. I'm primarily a movie guy. It's just I want to try to do things on my channel that I'm interested in. And again, when you look at the results of my channel and whatnot, uh, like I said, when I've reviewed things that I really liked from my childhood and whatnot, the reviews really, really went up and whatnot. So like you can't I, I don't know. You can't really blame me for trying to review things and watching things I really do like because I mean it's because again, not only is it something I'm familiar with and whatnot, but again, it's also my viewership goes up when I do so. So, yeah. If you're only taking stuff like that's a good way to do. If you're only take if you're only take stuff you like, that's a good way to new stuff. I don't know what that means, but again, like I said, again, it's just I can't help it. I just like the things I like and whatnot. So, I mean, I will try some new stuff. Like for example, I said like I'd never played Fortnite before. I don't know if I'll like it or not. But again, I just have to wait till I can get a controller or whatnot to do that. So yeah. Oh wait. Hmm. Then there's not a lot to talk about. If you're going, if you're not going, if you're going to take my recommendations out of the way, out of the window, I mean, it's just like I'm sorry, I just don't really have an interest in in talking about and reviewing, uh, Lego Star Wars All Stars you know, or or what else was there, or or Newgrounds games. Again, it's not that I don't like recommendations. It's just it doesn't interest me. So nothing about that really grabs me or whatnot. So I mean, again, I can't help my interests and whatnot. So I'm sorry. I think I'm. Hmm. Should we end it here? It's a little bit slow. Pokey source has gone. Ah. Ooh. There went my neck. Say it, my neck. What about Once Upon a Time? Again, TV shows take a lot of time and investment, and again, like Once Upon a Time has been going on for quite a while, so I don't know about that. Again, again with TV shows, it takes longer to watch than a movie, so it's like I'm not sure about that either. Again, I'm not trying to make you mad or anything. It's just like it's just a matter of circumstance. Let's see, I think I'm considering maybe ending it here. Because, like... I think I might go ahead and end it here, guys. I think I might go ahead and do that. So yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching this episode of the Hannahcast. Before I go, just a few little things. You know, like for example, if you have not already, I want you to give this video a like, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and also smash that bell button so you can be notified. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can start taking super chats. Also, we have streamelements.com/christiansreviews/tip where you can send in a tip of $2 or more. You can even send in a message with that, and that it helps support the channel financially and whatnot. Wait, hold on. That's all I got. You didn't... Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Good. That's all I got. You didn't make talk much since most of my stuff was thrown away. I'm not trying to throw away the things you like and whatnot. It's just I just said I'm not really interested in watching and reviewing Star Wars All Stars or playing Newgrounds games. Like I'm not trying to throw it away. It's just like there's not really much to talk about there. I just said I'm not really interested in watching that or playing that, and I can't really talk any more about it because I don't know any about those things. So it's not my fault if I'm not interested in that. So in the future I don't like to be villainized. I don't like to be villainized on my own channel. I don't like that. Like just saying, that's not a good precedent for the future. Anyways, we also have a Patreon. We have a patreon.com/Christian Tyler Hannah. We have Tier 1, which is $2 or more, and we have 5, where you get your name in my videos, and we also have the $5 tier where you can get your name in my videos, plus the Hannahcast audio only version. The Hannahcast After Show, which is pretty much talk about anything, and there's also some more stuff coming to Patreon, especially once the lockdown ends and whatnot. We also have a letterboxd.com/Christian Hannah, where you can get movie ratings and top 10 lists. It's just overall a really cool thing to check out. Again, I'm always updating everything on there, so keep in mind. Also, before I go, yeah, I think that's about all I have right now. So, of course, so I'm gonna leave you guys off with the merch ad. So, bye. Good news, guys! We have merch now! Go to teespring.com/stores/ChristiansReviews to get your nasty little hands on all sorts of items, including my face on a t-shirt, my face on a hoodie, my face on a pillow, my face on a tote bag, my face on a mug, my face on a wall tapestry, my face on a blanket, my face on phone cases, my face on stickers, and many more! Or how about the Hannahcast logo on those items as stated above? Wow! And best of all, they come in so many different colors, including this! What is this color? What is it? I want to know. But wait, there's more! Act now, you can also get my exclusive Make America Cringe Again merch. Surely not a parody of the political climate we have today. Again, that's teespring.com/stores/ChristiansReviews.
Order now!